Hey guys, it's Toby, and in this video we'll be comparing the submachine guns in Valorant with the submachine guns in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Let's go! Alright, so the first SMG we have here is the Stinger. The Stinger is the cheaper of the two SMGs that are currently available in Valorant, and it comes in at 1000 creds. The Stinger is very comparable to the UMP-45 in CSGO. These guns both share a lot of things in common, such as the fact that they are cheap, they offer a very similar mag size, they have a high fire rate, but they don't do that much damage. They're useful in the early rounds, especially like a second round force, or maybe an eco round, or a half buy depending on how your game's going. But as these are SMGs, you don't want to find yourself using these too often, as they suffer from the same problem that all SMGs do, a lack of damage. And further to this, the lack of damage is compounded by damage drop off. What this means is that at longer distances, your bullets aren't going to do as much damage as you might think. This is more of a problem for SMGs than any other gun, as you require at least 2 headshots to kill someone, whereas with a rifle at a longer distance you can get a headshot in 1 bullet. To combat this in Valorant, the ADS for the Stinger comes with a 4-round burst rather than it being fully automatic. However, you don't want to find yourself using this too much, again because the damage just isn't there. But despite all of this, both of these guns have their places in their respective games. The Stinger and the UMP-45 have their uses, and you'll find yourself using them in certain scenarios like I mentioned before, such as a second round force. But moving on to the second SMG, we have the Spectre. The Spectre is the second and most expensive variant of the SMGs that are currently available in Valorant. It is comparable to the MP5-SD in CSGO, as both of these SMGs are more expensive than their previous counterparts, and they also come with silencers. They also share a similar price tag at 1,600 creds for the Spectre and $1,500 for the MP5. In addition to this, the magazine sizes are exactly the same, and the fire rate and recoil of both of these guns are very similar, as you can see here. Whilst these are the more expensive counterparts of the previous guns we mentioned, they are still SMGs and they do still suffer from the exact same problems of not dealing enough damage and damage drop off at longer ranges. That being said, both of these guns can still hold their weight in certain scenarios. You'll find yourself buying the Spectre or the MP5 in CSGO if you're in a second round force like I mentioned before, or an eco, or a half buy. You don't want to find yourself using these too much throughout the games, as you'll rather be using a rifle. However, they are perfectly viable in their own right in certain scenarios. But what do you think about these SMGs? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, leave us a like if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of our content, and check us out on social media and Twitch, as we'll be using these a lot more often. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.